Hello there, this is a spoiler review of The Mandalorian Episode 1, so turn back now if you have not watched the episode yet. Now, the background story is that The Mandalorian is a bounty hunter in the New Republic era. The story takes place in the Outer Rim territories about 9 years after the Battle of Yavin. The Battle of Yavin is when the first Death Star blew up. The Bounty Hunter Guild has very specific rules for its members, and this episode revealed items bounty hunters use to pick up and track bounties. There's the puck, which is what the Mandalorian showed to his bounty in the cantina at the beginning of the episode. It seems like this is a mission briefing item. Accepting the puck is equivalent to accepting the job. So Grief Karga, the guy who's handing out all the jobs, showed the puck to the Mandalorian as he was explaining all the bounty offer. And the Mandalorian tried to claim the jobs by taking the pucks. So one would assume with logic that by accepting the puck, you're accepting the job. The next thing we have is chain code. This could be several things. I think it could be some passcode of some kind, but we also do know that it contains information about the bounty. And we do know that the last 4 digits is the age of the bounty. They did review the age of the bounty that they're trying to get is 50 years old by looking at the last 4 digits, right? There could also be other demographic data within this chain code. So I think one super cool thing about the 4-digit chain code, the last 4 digits of the chain code, is that it tells us in the Star Wars universe the maximum number of years any known species could live up to, right? So if you're a human being, the maximum number of digits that you would need to determine age is actually 3. But in this universe, last 4 digits are dedicated to age. That means some species can live to thousands of years. But notice how there's no 5 digit. And I think this is super cool that this is actually a hint in the beginning of the movie, hinting at how old Yoda or that Yoda baby is. So lastly, there's a tracking fob, which tracks the location or maybe the last known location of the bounty. It would seem like this tracking fob is what bounty hunters would return in addition to the carbon frozen bounties in order to cash out, as we saw when the Mandalorian was talking to Grief Karga. He actually handed back all the tracking fobs back to Grief Karga. Next, we have the Mandalorian base. The Mandalorian base is also full of details as well. You have other Mandalorians just hanging out and kids running around. So you can probably guess that the Mandalorian base is not just a military base, but also contains family units, like a tribe or something, right? Which is what they literally call themselves, the tribe. The Mandalorian forge is also really cool. The Beskar steel, the forge melts, has patterns on it, kind of like Damascus steel, which is very high quality steel in the real world. Now, the female Mandalorian seems to be the leader of some kind, and she has a unique helmet that's modeled after ancient Greece hoplite helmets, and it really sets her apart from other Mandalorians that we have seen so far, so maybe she could be a leader of some kind. Finally, when the Mandalorian got his new pauldron, I really felt satisfied. I had this really satisfied feeling that as if I just got an armor upgrade in like World of Warcraft or something along those lines. It's very nice to look at, and it gets me thinking, would we be seeing him gradually upgrading his armor throughout the entire show? Like every 1 or 2 episodes he would get a new Beskar steel to fill his other pauldron, other parts of the armor. I think that could be something really cool to see. Next, we have some callbacks and some details really cool that I would like to call out. So the first is Imperial credits. They no longer seem to hold any value, as Grief Karga was trying to pay the Mandalorian with Imperial credits. But the Mandalorian was just like, yeah, last time you heard, the Empire is gone, right? So I'm not taking that. Now, the next credit that was shown was the calamari flan, the calamari credit system. It appears to be worth something, but I think the most important thing to take away here is that there is no New Republic credits. This is the New Republic era, a new government, but they obviously hasn't reached out into the Outer Rim as of right now. So it's a very clever way to kind of describe the Empire's gone, the New Republic is still not here, and people are using another credit system to pay for things. The flow of the story is quite nice, though I did find myself a little bored during the Blarg training session, right? It's a little slow and has Western tropes written all over it. We all know that he's going to tame it and he's going to get to his asset or bounty on this Blarg. And by the way, a little plot hole maybe is that he came to this planet on a ship. Why does he need a Blarg to get to his asset? Why can't he just fly there, right? So you have to believe, you have to take this leap of faith in answering that in knowing that he probably can't fly there. He'll probably get compromised and get known about his presence if he try to fly too close, and the only way to go there on land is through a Blarg. Now, about fight scenes, IG-11 stole the entire fight scene for me. The way that he spins and shoots with such accuracy is just jaw-dropping and quite terrifying, like a real-life aimbot, right? Plus, his multiple attempts to self-destruct really got me laughing pretty hard a couple times. So I love the dynamic between IG-11 and the Mandalorian. I really hope he comes back in the future in some shape or form. Now, about flashback and character layers, Mandalorian has a whole childhood backstory that will probably pay off in future episodes. I'm really curious to see what his backstory has to bring to his current storyline, right? And in this episode, we saw him and possibly his parents running in his hometown while it was under attack. We all know that the attackers are Confederate of Independent Systems, or the Separatists. From looking at the trailers, they did show super battle droids. Now, there are so much Easter eggs I will do a separate video on, so make sure you guys watch out for that. I definitely enjoyed this episode. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I have a daytime job and I really love to talk about Star Wars, and it really takes a lot of time to prepare for videos and do the research. So I would really appreciate it if you guys could give me a like and a subscribe if you really enjoyed this video.